Good morning, everyone. So, this is our second session of our book Word Power Made Easy. And today, no, I mean, yesterday, we read some of the personality types of people according to their characteristics. And, and today's topic is also a little bit same. It's just that we have learned that and the roots from which the words are derived, and when one knows the root of the words from which it is derived, then it is very easy to remember the meaning of different words easily. And even if you don't know the word that is it is new to you, but still, if you know its root, if you know the meaning of its root, like is it the suffix or prefix, you can derive it in your own mind, and there are more chances that you'll choose the correct option if you are asked to choose from some alternatives that is generally asked are four. So today we have learned two words and their roots. Like the first one we read in our last session, ego. So ego is derived from a Latin word. Ego is a Latin word which represents I, self, which means that if you put ego as a suffix or prefix to some word, it will to some extent it will refer to uh, I. It will be representing I or myself. Like we have read yesterday, two different words starting from ego, egoist and egotist. They both represent oneself. Like egoist, he is only engaged in his own. He only thinks of himself, and same is the egoist who only acknowledges his achievement. So, at some extent, they are representing oneself, means oneself, which ego represents. So, today, on the basis of this root, we have learned several words. So, starting from this, uh, we have already read about egoist and egotist. So, I don't think I should give more info about the word egoist and egotist. So, we'll start from the other word. We have learned that is egocentric. Egocentric, you can consider that egocentric is someone who considers himself as the center of the universe. He only considers, it is just an extreme form of an egoist, is known as egocentric. And on the other word is egocentric. After egocentric, we have our word egomaniac. Egomaniac is that mania, you mean, you know what's mania? Mania means madness. When something is done to madness or sickness. So when uh, someone's egoistic to that extent, sickly egoist or madly egoistic at a mad extent, someone is egoist, then we'll tell him a egomaniac. And if we want to uh, use it as a noun, then it will be a egomaniacal, and we'll call him egomaniac. If someone is extremely egoist to an extent that we can consider him as madly egoist, then we'll call him egomaniacal. So we have so it's, as you can see, it's very easy to understand these four words with the help of its root, that is ego. Ego me represents I. That means if we'll add ego to any word as suffix, it will ultimately refer to the meaning or represent I, myself. That is, we have learned four words which also represent the same. So first one was egoist, second one was egoist, and second one was egotist. Carefully remember the difference between egoist and egotist is the presence of T after ego in egotist. So after egotist, we have our third word, egocentric, that's extremely egoistic. And after that, we have our fourth word, egomania or egomaniacal. We can say that someone is extremely egoistic, that to an extent of madness, then it is known as egomania. So coming to our second root which we have learned today, that is of session 2, is alter. The word is other, but other is derived from a Latin word or Latin root, that is alter, which means in Latin to change. Or we can say that if we alter, it means that we skip one and choose another one. So from this inference, we can learn several other words, we have learnt yesterday. Altruistic. Who was an altruistic? Altruistic was someone who considered the welfare of others. So from that inference, that alter means to change, to skip one and stick to another one, we can consider that who uh, skips his own welfare if it comes to the welfare of others. So with this we can infer various meanings. And from altercations, like we from for example, if I say uh, I play golf alternatively on alternate Sundays, so which means that I skip one Sunday. After that, I choose another Sunday to play golf. So with this, we can understand several other words, and which I have learned today from this session too. I'll tell you about those words. We have learned altruistic yesterday. Alter means to change. To alter means to change. And if you say that something which can be substituted with another one, which will be called alternative. So we have learned three: altruistic, alter, alternative. And from the same, we can learn some other words also, like alteration. Alteration means when we modify something or change something. Like we have made plans, but we need to we had an alteration and we have changed our plans. It means that we have left our previous plans and we are sticking to our new plans. So, and then other word is altercation. Alter means you change. Altercation means some dispute. And so altercation means verbal dispute. But it is severe than a fight or word squirrel. It is some extreme level fight with verbal dispute, verbal arguments, you can say it, altercation. So these were some words. And if you know the roots of the words, like we have learned that ego is root Latin, and which represents I or myself, which represents yourself. So when there will be a suffix ego in any of the word, you can infer the meaning that the inference will be of yourself or you. So we have learned on this inference, we have learned four words. First one was egotist, and the third one was egocentric, fourth one was egomaniacal. And on the basis of the word other, which is derived from the Latin root to alter, which means to change or to skip one and choose another one, we have learned several words like altruistic, altruism. We have learned yesterday alteration, to alter, or altercation. We have left one another topic, that was alter ego. If you say that altering your ego, which means you are representing the same of your oneself. Like you say to someone alter ego, then it means that the other one is same as you, like he possesses mirrorly qualities of yourself, that is he's as same as you. If you say that alter ego, as ego means I and alter means to change, or the skipping once and telling about others. So we can say that alter ego means I and the other one both are same, both possess the same qualities, and these. So recalling our words, I hope you have understood. I'm not a good teacher, but I'm not teaching. I'm just practicing, and I'm thinking that if you watch this, some value will be added to you or to your caliber also. So let me recall the 10 or I don't know how many words those were, but let me recall. First one was egoist, egotist, egocentric, egomaniac. Fifth one was from the word alter, to alter, altercation, alteration, alter ego. Thank you. Meet you in the next session, that is session 3.